Oh, well, jeez, that was a shambolic start. Like what Paxton is saying, that was a shambolic start. Sorry about the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. OBS today was just bugging out for me. I was clicking go live, the thing weren't going live, and then the thing I hate the most, yeah, especially which is annoying when you go live, and then when it eventually goes live and then you end the stream, that's it. You have to create a whole new live. So that was a little jarring. But big up to everybody in the cut. We're here for Man United versus Leeds United, of course. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. I appreciate you coming by each and every time. So we got Paxton, Super Nick in here early. From the other one, we had Eddie. Shout out to Eddie's Football Waffle in the cut. He was here. He dropped a like on the original one. So all love over there. Paxton saying, since the game ain't on TV, I'm getting back into boxing training. Why I missed yesterday's stream. So using the streams there. Big up yourself, Paxton. Come on, man. Boxing training, that's lit, you know. I was thinking about something like that, but we'll get into that in another day, because we're going to have to get onto the lineups real quick. We got like just over 5 minutes to go until game time. So we're going to show the lineups on deck, ladies and gentlemen. So for Man United, we got David De Gea in goal. Diogo Dalot, right back in that position. Centre-back partnership of Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw at left-back. And in the midfield, of course. So Casemiro's missing. He's suspended for 3 games. Christian Eriksen injured, of course. So we've got Fred coming in for Casemiro. And, of course, Marcel Sabitzer getting his first start in a Manchester United shirt. Bruno Fernandes making up that third midfielder in the advanced position. Let me know what you think about Sabitzer. Let me know what you think about Fred as well. And also let me know what you think about this. So the attack, you guys on the wing, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho. People have been thinking that Marcus is being put out on the left, on the right, Garnacho on the left, and down the middle, through the middle, should I say, Wout Weghorst is down there. So that's the team. And on the bench, we got Tom Heaton, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Terrell Malacia, Kobe Mainu, Facundo Pellistri, Zidane Iqbal, Anthony Elanga, and Jadon Sancho. Some people felt like potentially Jadon Sancho would get the start, but that is not the case. Anthony Elanga, again, there as an attacking option. But yeah, that is the lineup for Manchester United. And we can go through also the Leeds United lineup real quick as well. So they've got Meslier, Ayling, Struijk, Robinko, Wobber, Adams, Weston McKennie coming in from Juve, Jack Harrison, Sinisterra, Patrick Bamford, and Nonto, a dangerous young player who has got a lot of praise so far in his Leeds United career. So also there is the lineup just for updates, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, yeah, picking it up back. Used to do a bit of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Big up Paxton, man. Big up Paxton. Yeah, Super Nick, I had a bit of music running through by recommendations and all of that stuff there. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to say to all of you how important this game is historically, rivalry-wise. If you watch the United Twins episode, which I do recommend all of you to check out if you haven't already, we spoke a bit about that, and our question of the day was about the rivalry, and we kind of touched on it a little bit. Dropped a link in the description where you could clue yourself up and come to know what the War of the Roses was. So yeah, looking forward to the game. We've got 4 minutes to go until kickoff. Let me know what you think of the lineups. Once again, I can show you the Man United lineup while we're here. Shout out to Manj. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. ETH said it will be tricky test. Let's get this comment back up. So Paxton saying ETH said it will be a tricky test. I don't know why it keeps on doing that, fam. So it's not showing the full comment. It's a weird one. It will be a tricky test, but if we keep shape by 60 minutes, this game should be finished, saying Paxton. And that's the one yeah, it's not showing. Weird one. But I think for this game, we can definitely be confident. When it comes to Leeds United, we've had a pretty good record over the last few years, especially since they've been promoted once again. So we look at, since 2020, we won 6-2 against them, 0-0 draw, 5-1 win for us at home, and then a 4-2 victory last time out in February 2022. So a lot of goals have been scored. Leeds haven't had the greatest of times right now. They had their manager, Jesse March, sacked which is crazy. He recently brought in Chris Armas into his coaching staff, and he will be one of the caretaker managers helping out Michael Skubala, who's going to be taking over for this game and maybe possibly the game on Sunday as well, because we will be facing them again on Sunday too. So that is quite an interesting one there. Shout out to Eddie. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. Saying I would have liked to see Fred as holding mid and Bruno Sabitzer as the eights. Hope the fluid formation changes to that at times. You never know. You never know. Kendo at the car. Hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. Saying big game. I thought we could have rested some of the big hitters for the weekend. That is an interesting one as well, Kendo. I think we know, but by now with Eric Ten Hag, he's not going to go light on the squad selections. We have seen a few changes in here just because of suspension to Casemiro, injuries, seeing Marcel Sabitzer make his first start, which is going to be interesting to see. Pay close attention to him. Also did a short not long ago on Marcel Sabitzer on what he could possibly bring to Manchester United. So be sure to check that out on the channel when you can. Garnacho getting an opportunity. I saw somebody say, hey, he deserves a start after being kind of chopped off. But, you know, in the end of the day, you have to make sacrifices for your team. And that's what he was sacrificed in the end of the day in the last game against Crystal Palace. So you can understand that in the end of the day. And hopefully he has a good game. Marcus Rashford potentially on the right. But you can see, like what we've seen with Rashford, Anthony, or any combination that's been there this season, they've switched over at times, gone from right to left or left to right, depending on how the game's going and what areas you want to exploit. And Weghorst, hopefully we can have a good game, potentially get a goal maybe, and put us closer to winning this game. Leeds United, they're not having a great season at all. And I can get more into that, to be honest. We've taken 10 points from 12 on offer since they earned promotion back to the top flight in 2020. And we already went through the score lines that we've had against them. We've kept 8 clean sheets this season, which is equaling our total from the last campaign, and we still have so many games to go. Bruno Fernandes, funny enough, is 1 game short of 100 career league goals, and he scored 3 and assisted 2 this year in 2023. But when it comes to Leeds now, you look at them, 5 away points this season. It's a joint league low with Bournemouth. So their form away from home, you can say their confidence is extremely low, and they're not able to pick up a lot of results from the games that we've played. And we're in a good chunk. We played a good chunk of the games over halfway through the season, and things need to change because they're very close to that relegation battle, Leeds United. And if they're not careful and they continue in the way that they have been going in, then it could be a very long season, potentially leading them to going back to the Championship. Kendall was saying, and gave some of the squad players and youngsters a chance potentially. That's what Kendall was thinking. These need to be, Eddie saying, these need to be victimized for 5 away points and no manager. Well, you know, you would think that Manchester United needs to take full advantage of this game. It's going to be a tough one for Leeds United. So you would hope that United are on job at home, the crowd get going, and we can have a result of which we've seen in recent times against Leeds United. It is a heated rivalry, but in terms of success of both teams, it's been a contrast when you look at us, even though we haven't been at our best in Leeds, because they haven't really been able to kick on since returning to the Premier League. They had maybe a couple decent campaigns, but then they started to dip. Marcelo Bielsa, obviously, he was sacked after a bad run of form. Originally, Jesse Marsch came in, and since then, he hasn't really been able to kick on too. So it's been a difficult one. The game's about to begin, and Bruno Fernandes kicks off the game, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody enjoys. We're going to be here commentating for the entirety of the 90 minutes. Be sure to get those comments in, and we'll have a wonderful conversation throughout. Super Nick says, no Nonto hype around here. Well, I've seen a few things from the youngster. I'm not going to lie. He scored one wicked volley in the FA Cup, and I was like, yo! I think it was going on because it was like, oh, it's Paulo Di Canio type volley. We almost did some mad acrobatic kick, but it was crazy still. Super Nick saying, before seeing a lineup, I had been saying 4-0, but now I'm thinking 3-1 because I'm a bit more conservative with the actual lineup. I hear you, and we can show it again just before we go back. I mean, I think it's a good lineup. Definitely a good enough lineup as here's Nonto outside the area. 1-0 United. Oh my word. Leeds United, just like that, take the lead after a minute. Nonto wasn't closed down outside the area. And Manchester United are 1-0 down. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, what do you think about that? Bruno Fernandes fighting for the ball. Leeds come away with it. And it's all about Nonto after that. He has a little combination play with Patrick Bamford. And outside the area just laces that one into David De Gea's right corner. My word. It was a great finish. Receives the ball back by Bamford. Takes a couple touches and just strikes it. And the pace just takes it right past David De Gea. I'm looking at it again. I'm not sure if he could have done any better, maybe potentially. But the pace it was struck with just bobbles along the ground into the back of the net. And Manchester United are 1-0 down. And to be honest, that's an absolute shock. A shock to my system. And United are going to have to respond now. But that is a poor goal to concede after a minute in the game. Facts are saying Super Nick just this time. Hey, Kendall saying no. Super Nick, it's a sticky one still. And she said, hey, no Nonto hype. The Nonto is hyped. My word. So it's going to be interesting to see how Manchester United get back into this game. It is early days and it's going to be difficult for Leeds to hold on to this one with an onslaught of attacks time and time again if we do play the right way. But, yeah, that is just too easy a goal to concede. Losing the ball in our half and then just allowing Leeds to run through an easy 1-2 that takes out a whole load of midfielders and defenders. And, yeah, what happened after that was simply brilliant by Nonto. Wowie. Ball was played forward, finds nobody in a Leeds shirt, and David De Gea can get it and pass it to Lisandro Martinez. Here's Martinez. This is why I don't rate half the time. Guy doesn't control the play well. I hear you, Eddie. It's a difficult one. What does everybody else feel? How does everybody else feel about that comment, Eddie's comment in the chat? Because you know me personally, I like Bruno Fernandes. I like the intensity you can play with. I was definitely admitted, especially last season at times, there would be maybe a bit of rashness and maturity to his game. That still is there at times, but I think he's definitely toned it down. But yeah, let me know what you think in the chat about that, ladies and gents. Let Eddie in the chat there know what you think also. Here's Harrison trying to play it through, not quite though. But Leeds are playing well so far. Weston McKennie almost had an opportunity to potentially touch and pass the ball forward. Everyone looked slow and surprised. Collectively, the defense was sleeping. Well, yeah, definitely. I think it's one of them ones. Super Nick, once again, I don't know why. I potentially need to fix that. Go into the settings or something like that. But I definitely agree with that one, Super Nick. It was a very, very just... I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It was slow. It was lackadaisical. Just not a good start. Man saying, I can't lie, I'm shook by it. What is the reason why, man? Let everybody in the chat know, why are you potentially feeling bad about it? Leeds currently have a player down, getting treatment. Leeds coming with a plan. They're showing the VAR check now. Just onside as well, Patrick Bamford, as he 1-2s it. Gives it back to Nonto, and my word. He's coming with a plan not to get slapped, saying Super Nick. Man. But yeah, it was a really good finish after that. You can't hate on it. Quick goal conceded, saying Manch. I think, if anything, there's no... I don't think at the moment there's a need to worry. Potentially if the game goes on, but yeah. Manch can't be stress-free today. Hey, yo, Manch is supposed to be on stress-free season. Free Manch. Stress-free season has got to him. But nah, hopefully we can get back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. The game's just restarting now after the Leeds player was receiving some treatment. Ilan Meslier getting ready to kick the ball out. It was Sinistera, the person who's walking on the sidelines, potentially waiting to come back on the pitch. Oh no, it's a substitute. He's off. He's gone. And the person coming on is Somerville for Leeds. So that is unfortunate. Once again, early substitution for Leeds. Luis Sinistera coming off for Crescencio Somerville. Man saying composure, calma. Here's Rafael Varane. Gives it to Martinez, who passes it back to David De Gea now. Time goes quickly in a football game. Already almost 8 minutes into it, we conceded after 1. Yes, man, down for Leeds. Sinistera. They have a few out leading into this. The makeshift manager, Michael Scubala, kind of said in his press conference that, you know, a few guys in the team are kind of banged up. So they're not going to want to see another injury. Martinez once again. Right now, we've just been playing out the back. Passing between each other when it comes to the centre-backs. We've been struggling to play through into the midfield. You can see Sabitzer in there potentially running as we played it forward over the top with Diogo Dalot. But Leeds win it back again, and now they have a great opportunity on the counter-attack. Oh, Harrison, nice ball into Patrick Bamford. He kind of stumbles in the area, and it's cleared away by Luke Shaw. Good defending, but United got lucky once again. It will be a good test now. What can this team do in the position? How will they systematically break down Leeds? Exactly that, Paxton. It's a test at home where we've had a lot of confidence and comfort at recent times. Leeds, they've got that early goal, and now they have the confidence they need to try and exploit that Manchester United defence on the counter-attack. Potentially Casemiro missing as well. Marcus Rashford making a run off the ball. Bruno opts to find Garnacho, who can't get his pass through to the runner. And Leeds will win it back, but Sabitzer does well in the midfield. Here's Garnacho once again, step overs, and almost gets past them, but Weghorst wasn't there to clean it up. Here's Harrison. Oh my word, the space for Leeds United right now. Here's Nonto once again into Harrison. Great defending by Lisandro Martinez. And Bruno tries to get it cleared away and just gives it straight back to Nonto. Harrison, blocked by Martinez, corner kick Leeds. All over the place right now. All over the place. And Bruno Fernandes apologising because he's the one that gives Leeds a second opportunity there at an attack. But wow. We've seen quite a few times now. Time and time again, Leeds United just having that space on the counter-attack. Manchester United need to protect the ball a little better. Paxton saying official confirmed Nicolo Zaniolo is signed as new Galatasaray player, now confirmed by AS Roma. Shout out to Paxton for the plug. We got these men on the weekend as well saying Kendall. Oh my goodness! Another chance for Leeds. David De Gea just about dealt with it. It was Pascal Strick. My goodness. From the corner kick, David De Gea shaking his head, wondering what's going on. So let's look at this again. Ball in by Harrison. Took a deflection and Strick was there at the back post. He just couldn't get enough power on the header. It was flicked on and Strick just couldn't get the power on. And David De Gea could just palm it away. Shout out to Man saying I'll be back at half time. No losses so far OT in 2023 saying Kendall. So a lot is at stake for the Red Devils tonight. United crowd potentially trying to get their team going. Lisandro Martinez so far has saved United from a couple dangerous opportunities. They need to wake up, and I'm sure Erik ten Hag cannot be happy on the sidelines right now. Here's Diogo Dalot. Paxton saying Nonto might have to get targeted. Somerville. Or gives it away that time. And here's Luke Shaw making his way forward. A lot of possession for United, but they're 1-0 down. Possession means nothing if you can't put the ball in the back of the net. But once again, only 12 after 12 minutes. Good defending by Luke Ayling that time. The captain for these. Just playing the ball off Garnacho and winning his team a throw-in that he can take his time with. Sloppy play all round, saying Super Nick. Manchester United now get a free kick high up the pitch. Weston McKennie kind of asking why to the referee. You see the usual candidates standing over that one, Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw. Got quite a few guys just outside the area. He's playing a relatively high line. Luke Shaw puts it into the box. It's a good ball that goes through everybody. Varane headed it back in. Martinez with the acrobatics and Sabitzer blasting it over the bar. That was a great opportunity for Marcel Sabitzer to score his first Manchester United goal inside the box. But he just slices the strike as it almost bounces over to him. Yeah, he just slices the ball completely. And it goes over the bar. But first really good chance there for Manchester United. He just needed to get over the ball a little more. Here's Fred. Into Weghorst. Bouncing it into Bruno Fernandes now in an advanced area. Marcus Rashford, nice ball. Diogo Dalot in the box. Plays it across the area. Bruno kind of dummied it thinking there was somebody else there, but there was nobody. Luke Shaw tried to cross it in. That was blocked. Here's Fred. Cuts it back. Plays it into Luke Shaw. Now Alejandro Garnacho kind of has to cut back. The ball was ahead of him. Luke Shaw teeing it up once more. Goes forward with it. Doesn't opt for the cross and plays it back to Bruno Fernandes. Martinez. Sabitzer. And back to Varane now. Manchester United will reset in the attack and try to go towards the right side. But Marcus Rashford was pressed well. And Leeds United just pushed the home side back. Potentially, you want Manchester United to do a little better with those crossing opportunities with a presence like Wout Weghorst in the box. Utilize his skill set. The delivery has to be good, of course, but that is an interesting question, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like Manchester United? Because we don't really see them, putting in those high crosses at a high frequency in games. You can understand with the forwards that we play with, but if you have Weghorst in there, surely you want to just test that Leeds defense a little more than you have thus far, or any defense at that. Leeds have won 75% of all duels, saying Paxton. My word. And you can see it in the game, to be fair, Paxton. Manchester United win back this one. But Leeds, they've played with a lot of energy. They've triggered the press at the right times. And Varane tries to lift the ball over Bamford. And you may be in trouble here. Here's Nonto. Not a lot of numbers up for Leeds. Nonto gets it back after it deflects off Martinez. Somerville gives it to Adams. Now Struik. Or Strauk. How do you say it? Leeds eventually playing it back, but for a second, United were in trouble once again. But we win back the ball. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Really good position here for United. Across the box. Garnacho! Oh, wide of the goal. Wide of the goal. The numbers were there. The counter-attack opportunity was there. Leeds United with a stray pass. Delo played it through to Bruno. He delivered the ball into Garnacho. Was a little behind the Argentinian. And he took a touch and tried to hit the ball near post and just dragged it wide. Meslier looked like he had it covered. But a good chance again for Manchester United. Here they come with Garnacho. Luke Shaw. Fred. Into Sabitzer. A little space outside the box. And he drags his shot wide too. The opportunities are opening up now for Manchester United. It's about whether they can take them. Sabitzer just on the replay there, dragging his shot wide a little bit. Super Nick saying, damn. Erik ten Hag right now speaking. Mitchell van der Gaag. Talking about the game, how potentially he can get it back in United's favour. But to be honest, they are going forward again. United are looking more and more dangerous. Rashford with a strike. A bit ambitious, to say the least, that shot. But it hit Struijk and went out for a throw-in, and he's gone down holding his face. That is a tough one. United will get a throw-in. Bruno Fernandes just speaking to Marcus Rashford right now. This is a time to regroup, re-strategize for the rest of the first half. 20 minutes almost gone. And it's 1-0 to Leeds United. And with almost 20 minutes gone, I will bring to everybody's attention, if you're enjoying this stream so far, please be sure to hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, share to your friends and frenemies, get involved in the conversations as well in the chat. And if you're watching or if you discovered this stream from Twitter, please be sure to come through to the YouTube chat. You know what I mean? Conversate with all the 22s and join us on our journey. Super Nick saying, we are beginning to gain momentum. That's got to hurt. Talking about the Struijk. Well, you know, we all know about Marcus Rashford's strikes when he just puts the laces through it. And it seemed like, I haven't seen a replay, but it seemed like it hit him right in the face. And that can be a tough one. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If a ball's going full pelt towards any part of your body, it's a sticky one still. Like what Super Nick is saying each and every time, please remember to like up the live, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you once again, Super Nick. One of the goated mods in the cut, with Paxton, with Mansion, and many others as well. They're just doing a little concussion protocol check right now on Shrouk, being cautious as they always are nowadays in the Premier League and world football, to be fair. Firpo's warming up potentially for Leeds if Pascal Struijk does have to come off. They've already made one substitution in the game. Luis Sinisterra coming off for Clesencio Somerville. So it would be a big blow for them to make another substitution only after 21 minutes. You see Chris Armas standing there, who came in with Ralph Rangnick towards the end of last season. If you guys remember, one of the coaches, Chris Armas, Super Nick saying, oh, that AirPods guy. Big up to Moss in the car. Hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. I appreciate you coming by each and every time. But OKC last night, Lakers are LeBron all time over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now. Yeah, well, for everybody who watches the NBA, including Moss, OKC beat the Lakers last night, which is great. But even more so, a historic night for LeBron James, who became #1 in all-time scoring in NBA history, overtaking the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that was a great moment for him and his family last night. But unfortunately, they got the L. And the Lakers are still fighting to even get back into playoff contention. We're going to be doing an NBA chill-a-thon, New York Knicks at Philadelphia 76ers on Friday on the second channel, link in the description. Don't tell my FPL Magic Musk FC coming through again. Rash Bappe injuring people with his knuckleballs now. Only a matter of time before he rips that net, saying Eddie. I told you, Ralph Era 5 saying Super Nick. Leeds, shout out to Paxton coming through again with the stats. Leeds on average score 1.3 goals per game, 11th in the table. Chris Armas, new Teddy Lasso since Jesse Marsh gone now too. Raptors and Lakers need wins to get in the zone. Shout out to Piers Morgan in the cut. Marcel Sabitzer played 15 minutes for United till now. Showed nothing special. Set up the player from Farmer League. Can't even touch the big foot. Oh boy. Yeah. Piers Morgan, I don't know what kind of stylings you're coming into the chat with. But big up yourself nonetheless. Hope you're doing well. It's early days, man. It's early days. But we know about Piers Morgan, fam. Fake account settings, by the way, folks. For everybody watching. They can't see the comment. Here's Garnacho now. Touches it off to Luke Shaw. A few players surrounding and he tries to play inside. Just giving the ball away once again. You can see if the game continues in this pattern, there will be a fair bit of frustration from the Manchester United fans, from the players themselves. Sancho getting there, maybe saying Moss. Well, that's an interesting one. Potentially later on in the game, Sancho could have a say. A lot of people kind of maybe questioning the decision to put Marcus Rashford on the right, because when he has played there, historically for Manchester United, we haven't got the best out of Marcus Rashford with his performances. We have seen some great performances out from the left-hand side and even down the middle at times where Erik ten Hag has decided to switch him to that position if he brought off Weghorst or maybe Anthony Martial. So that is an interesting one, maybe later on to discuss. As a Super Nick asking Piers Morgan, how is Cristiano? Hey. Tyler Adams receiving a ball in the midfield. Of course, Weston McKennie, his fellow American international, coming on loan from Juventus, and Jesse Marsch was just dismissed not too long after that. So, they've got to, well, him especially has got to feel a little upset, considering, you're coming in and now you've got to get used to a new manager when that choice is made. Any of these United fans in here potentially give us an insight into your club's manager search right now. But good ball by Bruno. Here's Garnacho. Gets around Meslier. Garnacho fakes it again. Blocked off the line. My word. Here's Fernandes in the box again. Across the area and almost goes in for an own goal. Good defending by Leeds. Corner kick United. The ball is in the air. Weghorst brought it down. Corner kick. Even though they switched the replay away for the corner kick. But Bruno played in Garnacho. He went around Meslier. Fake shot it again. And then it was cleared off the line. Is there force field in front of the goal saying Super Nick? Something has to change. This isn't working. It's a saying Super Nick. Man, it's early game. I think we're getting back into it, Super Nick. Not an ideal start. And there haven't been some great moments as well when you think about the times we've given away the ball and been vulnerable to that counter-attack where we haven't defended well at times. Most of the time, to be fair. But very, very good defending there by Wobber. United have a free kick right now once again. Bruno and Shaw standing over it. The referee blows a whistle. Bruno takes it this time along the ground and it doesn't work out. It was aimed towards Marcus Rashford, but Bruno wins the ball back again. Gets challenged by Nonto and sees the ball out for a corner kick. United crowd getting encouraged. By the way, the officials today, the match officials, so the referee, Simon Hooper, assistant referees, Adrian Holmes and Mark Perry. The VAR assistant referees are John Brooks and Stuart Burt. And the fourth official is Chris Kavanagh. Ball in, or not in, just played short by Bruno. Fred plays it back, and not a good ball at all by Bruno Fernandes. He looked like he was caught off guard by the ball. Back to him by the Brazilian. But here's Varane! Great block again! Sabitzer wins the header. Varane heads it on! And Meslier is able to catch. We're seeing it again. The ball was bouncing in the air. Luke Shaw tried to head it back. Sabitzer played it towards Varane and just throwing bodies at it. And once again, Maxwell Bear with a block on it. And as it bounced back into Varane, there wasn't enough on it to lift it over Illan Meslier. Weghorst touching it onto Bruno Fernandes. Tyler Adams wins it back. And so does Diogo Dalot from the pass. And a sweet ball out to Garnacho, who runs and takes on Ayling. Takes on Nonto as well. Gets brought down. Free kick Manchester United in another dangerous position. On the left side of the area. Nonto's trying to play it. He's trying to argue, saying that I didn't take him down. Simon Hooper doesn't want to hear none of it. Let's look at the replay once again. He just drops the shoulder, takes on Ayling, runs past him, touches the ball beyond Nonto. And it seems like Garnacho trips over himself, to be fair. Super Nick saying Sabitzer needs to open his account with one of his speciality goals. They're going to low block us. These have a two-man wall. Manchester United getting ready to put this one in. Bruno runs over it. Luke Shaw lifting it up. Nobody there towards the back post. Here's Diogo Dalot playing it to Fred now. Takes one touch with the soul. Whips it in. Just doesn't get the height to play it towards Weghorst. And this is a good run here by Harrison. Just doesn't get the ball on track to Patrick Bamford, who was running. Bruno Fernandes with a sweet pass forward to Marcus Rashford on the right-hand side. He can take on Adams on the outside. Whips it towards the back post. Garnacho will touch it down. Up against Ayling again. Tries to take the shot. Blocked. Sabitzer with the left foot. Great save by Meslier. Corner kick United once again. That one looked like it was heading towards the top corner. Super Nick mentioned it a second ago. And let's look at this again. It definitely was heading towards the roof of the net at least. Ball in. Towards Varane. Good header. Once again. Ball in towards Rashford. Tries to touch it down. Plays it across. And that's a goal kick in the end. He just couldn't keep it out. Just couldn't keep it in, sorry. By the way, I didn't actually realize it, but it seems like Junior Firpo's come on for Pascal Struijk. I will look at that for a second. Give me a second. Give me a moment, but it does seem like that substitution has been made. Just seeing number 3 on the pitch. So yeah, Pascal Struijk come on for the 23rd minute for Junior Firpo. So that's already 2 of the 5 substitutions gone for Leeds. It does help that they had the 5 substitution rule this season to give you a bit of leeway when there are injuries on deck, like there has been for Leeds United so far. Paxton saying, Meslier, why now turn it into a prime Buffon? Man. Super Nick saying he heard me come on 15. The match isn't going the way I thought it would, saying Super Nick as well. Firpo on, yes. Indeed, must. Sabitzer sounding good, looking good. Yeah, Sabitzer has had some bright moments in the game so far. A few shots. The last one, the latter being his best chance there. He had a good opportunity inside the area that he probably should have done a little better with. Just wasn't able to get over the ball on the half volley. But he's had a solid game thus far. I think Manchester United have played themselves into it after a shock, literally. And the chances are coming, but it's about converting now. Varane plays it over the top towards Weghorst. He tries to touch it down, but he just can't get the control on the ball. It's a good opportunity there. He's just not able to control it. The Dutchman. Good ball by Varane. And Weghorst was saying, yeah, good ball by Rafa Varane. Bamford wins the header there. And plays it forward to Somerville. That'll go out for a free throw-in, sorry, not free kick, throw-in to Manchester United. But now you can definitely see the momentum switching around with the side from Yorkshire slowing down. They'll press Manchester United and try and push them back, but they're not going to be committing as many numbers forward as they were at the start of the game. You can definitely think that they were trying to get maybe more than one goal when they sensed the panic, the poor start from this Manchester United side. And shout out to Paxton coming through once again. The last time we lost to Leeds away, 2002. Can't let them have this one. Of course, a 1-0 win at Ellen Road in September 2002. Some of these fans saying you let down your country to Marcus Rashford. Well, that's just unacceptable, isn't it? And those fans have to be called out, sorry, for that. That is just unacceptable. You know, how many years on and still same old abuse to those players. You know, Bukayo Saka has had it a lot for Arsenal as well. It's just unacceptable in the end of the day. Rivalry or not, some things are just stepping over the boundaries. Wobber plays it forward and gives it away once again. Varane also gives the ball away, and Bruno almost momentarily won it back as Varane gives away a free kick foul on Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford just having a word with his centre-back there. Maybe looking for a different variant of the pass that was played originally to give the ball away for Leeds, which is something that they can't continue to do in the game, giving Manchester United the opportunity to counter-attack at pace. A little dangerous pass in there by Manchester United, but they get away with it in the end, playing it back to David De Gea. Here's Martinez once more into Fred, picking it up in the midfield, passes it out to Luke Shaw, and Weghorst just can't reach the pass again. You can hear a bit of frustration within the home crowd right now because a lot of the things are just not working out. Once again, just a giant roar. And Garnacho's out in a lot of space on that left-hand side. Luke Ayling almost getting the better and does get the better of him and wins a free kick. And he's trying to rile up his teammates with a giant roar. Good defending there by the Leeds United captain. The way how he tried to slow the pace and regain control is how we recover. It's only a matter of time before we... Hey, there we go. It's only a matter of time, Super Nick. You know, we're almost coming to the end of the first half here. Under 10 minutes to go. What would you guys and girls say in the chat needs to potentially change for United's fortunes to turn around? Super Nick saying Leeds are losing composure, about to fall into the trap. The occasion will get the best of them. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Seeing Jadon Sancho warming up on the sidelines right now. Here's Rafa Varane. Fred almost giving it away, but Alessandro gets there, plays it forward, and Leeds win it back momentarily. Or maybe permanently. Here's a counter-attacking opportunity. Jack Harrison, he had some dangerous moments at the start of the game. Somerville picking it up now. Alessandro defending. Here's Tyler Adams. Now Nonto playing it to Harrison. And now Nonto again on the left side of the pitch. Takes on Delo. And good challenge by the Portuguese right back. Corner kick Leeds. But you can just see the speed, the agility, the threat of Willy Nonto. Taking on Delo, changing directions quickly. Paxton coming in with some news. Sanchez penalty goal for Marseille against PSG in the French Cup. 1-0 up currently for everybody who follows. Shout out to Paxton. Here's Harrison. It's blasted forward. Patrick Bamford's there. Looks to take the touch. Nonto running onto it. Almost. Good defending by Alessandro once again. He just got to the ball in front. Nonto's right now on the ground, rolling around. And the referee stops the game. He's holding his lower leg. But let's look at this replay once again. A superb challenge by Martinez. So he gets a bit of the ball to take it away from Nonto, but he also gets a bit of his ankle, which is why he is on the ground, warranted a tough challenge. But it is a good challenge by Martinez, in my opinion. ETH halftime talk will be lit. This slot need a shake up. Yeah, I'm telling you. What we do without the butcher? This comment right here, ladies and gentlemen. What would we do without the butcher? Absolutely. In this first half alone, there have been moments that he has just cut out danger time and time again. Nonto just getting some treatment from the Leeds United physios. We're looking at a replay of the early goal again. So Delo plays it to Bruno, and he potentially takes a little too long on the ball. Maybe doesn't know who's behind him, who's surrounding him, and from there it was just devastating. And it looked like Nonto did the celebration. Everybody seems to be doing this celebration nowadays. They did it with the Sue when Ronaldo was here. Well, some did it anyway. And now they're doing the Rashford celebration. Rafael Varane, as the game has restarted, plays it to Garnacho. A nice ball again. Is Nacho. Good challenge by Ailing. United throwing. Super Nick saying Nonto off. He sounds like it. Yeah, he's rejoined the game, Super Nick. So he hasn't come off yet. He's limping a little, but he's rejoined the game. And I'm sure he'll see it out. At least until the halftime whistle. Here's Rafa Varane. Passing it to the side. Diogo Dalot and Fred trying to play it around the corner as he received it to Marcus Rashford. Just didn't get enough power on it once again. Varane tries to take down the ball. Poor touch. And Jack Harrison wins a free kick for Leeds. Hey, Piers Morgan, I'm not sure if you're here doing on a trolling thing, but I did see that comment before. And if you out here with, come on, man, let's do better, people. Here's Ailing. So bits are playing it forward. It's Nonto. 8 minutes of added time, ladies and gentlemen, to end the half. So just when we thought it was going to finish, there's 8 more minutes to play us, but with all of the stoppages. Here's Garnacho. Nice touch, but once again, Luke Ayling just ahead of the Argentinian to prevent him running beyond. Here's Sabitzer. Varane spreading it out to Diogo Dalot gives it to Marcus Rashford. But this has been a lot of Manchester United's first half. They've had moments to play forward, and Leeds have positionally been decent at times to just push them back. There is a Leeds United player on the ground right now, which is the reason you could be hearing a lot of boos from the away section. The referee decided not to stop the game. The players did not kick it out either. Leeds free kick there. It's again Fred fouling Jack Harrison. Being in a good position as well. Well, I'm not sure if you can call this a new manager bounce just yet. Michael Skubala taking over for now until Leeds can find a new full-time head coach. Chris Armas also taking care of the reins with him and helping out. Patrick Bamford is also down right now. Just looking at him on the ground with a little tackle and challenge from Lisandro Martinez. Bamford back on his feet now, but he was not happy about that challenge. Yeah, come United again. Marcus Rashford gives the ball away, trying to drop the shoulder, but it's played forward. Weghorst wins the header, but can't find the United shirt. Here's Garnacho now. Bruno Fernandes gives it into Sabitzer. Cross into the area, just headed away. Rashford gets a touch, the low block shot. And a corner kick again for Manchester United. Max Wabert has just had block after block after block for Leeds United in this first half. Brilliant defensive display. Martinez dog is on the loose. Saying Super Nick. Luke Shaw to put the ball into the area. Headed away. Fredo! Doesn't get the strike correct. He was always leaning back on the half volley, and it goes wide. See the opportunity again, just heading back towards him. And maybe you say it'll be better just to put your laces through that one, a bit more power, but he looks to place it, and he got it all wrong. Fred, of course, not known to be that prolific goal scorer from the midfield position. He has scored a decent amount of goals this year, though, nonetheless. Well, decent being 4 for him. That is decent. But comparing that to all of the seasons he's been here at Manchester United, I think that was the same tally as a few of the seasons combined. 2 assists to go with that also. Nice passing here by Manchester United out the back. Rafael Varane just getting himself in a bit of trouble in a spot of bother and getting out of it just about. But giving the ball away for a throw-in, and he is visually displeased with that. Displeasure, should I say. Delo throws the ball in for United. Gets it back from Rashford. But oh my word, gives it away to Somerville. Martinez! A challenge on Somerville. And Simon Hooper allows the game to go on. But surely VAR will check that one again. The ball was given away. Now here's Sabitzer, good header. Throw in United. The referee blows the whistle and now he's checking in his earpiece for the VAR check. Delo gives the ball away and he puts Martinez in trouble. Ooh, is there enough in that challenge? Nope. Nah. You haven't given that one. There was a bit of contact, but not enough. They deemed it as not enough at least. Didn't clip him with the foot. More so the upper leg area. Here's Sabitzer trying to play in that first time pass to Garnacho. It deflects off a Leeds defender and back to Meslier in goal. Leeds United have conceded possession as you would expect at home. They've been under the cosh at times when it comes to Manchester United trying to create chances. But in terms of those chances for the Red Devils, it just hasn't worked out thus far. They just have not been able to convert. Here's Martinez. Over to Rafa Varane. Playing it into Marcel Sabitzer. And that is half time. Manchester United are 1-0 down. We're hearing some boos at Old Trafford, which is quite interesting. Not sure where they're coming from. Maybe potentially United fans, maybe Leeds. But United are 1-0 down after a shock first-minute goal from Willy Gnonto. Manchester United gave away the ball, which wasn't the first time it happened. Potentially the first time it happened in the game, but it wasn't the last time. When you look at the pattern of that first half, Manchester United did get better as it went on, but still a little sloppy in possession, not able to convert some of the chances that they had, or even create a few chances here or there. Leeds United also had some moments themselves where they gave away possession and presented Manchester United with counter-attacking opportunities, but at times, I think that halftime talk isn't going to be great for Erik ten Hag when he confronts his players, because the performance from just the quality standpoint, starting off poorly, and that can be forgivable if you're able to get back onto things and get going quickly once again, which, to be fair to Manchester United, they did eventually get going, but still, the counter-attacking opportunities that were presented to Leeds United early in the game, that is extremely concerning. And I know probably if I go on social media now, a lot of people will be talking about the absence of Casemiro, perhaps, or something like that. I'm seeing a tweet where somebody's saying Marcus Rashford needs to be moved back out to the left, and potentially because Luke Ayling has won that duel up to this point, maybe you can bring off a Alejandro Garnacho, bring on a Jadon Sancho, or I don't know if you would put in Facundo Pellistri, maybe even Anthony Elanga's there on the bench. But I would definitely bring Marcus Rashford back out to the left, because he has looked rather wasted on that right-hand side. Not a lot of opportunities to take on his man, as Alejandro has. Second half needs Sancho saying Super Nick. Let's see what everybody else is saying as well. We got Moss saying Messi Neymar down to Arsenal 2. Super Nick saying this match has not lived up to my expectation. We are looking uncomfortable in and out of possession, which doesn't bode well. Eddie's Football Waffle saying we need control of the midfield. There's a lack of chemistry. I think Sabitzer needs to swap with Fred and play and be a playmaker more. What do you think? Oh, that's an interesting one. I think I definitely think the midfield hasn't been well. You can see why Marcel Sabitzer is really playing a more deeper role because he is the better player in possession in comparison to Fred, where, especially in a game like this with the way it's gone, you don't want to be in the position where you're giving away the ball constantly in the midfield and then, making your defense vulnerable because there's a lack of cover. Super Nick saying, "Gonna show off, Eddie." Man's back in the cut saying frustrating half, but we move. Yeah, I mean, it is a frustrating half. I'm not gonna lie, very frustrating. Just with the way we started the game and how the game has gone on, but at the same time, we still have 45 minutes to rectify the issue. Manchester United, once again, I think there are changes to be made. Whether they'll be done immediately, it will be interesting to see because I feel like maybe Ten Hag might wait until the 55th to the 60th minute to make those changes because Manchester United have had bright moments in the game, but still I think to bring the best out of some of our big hitters, there needs to be a change, whether that's swapping a few guys around positionally. Veghorst, I think, through the middle, hasn't really been able to get into the game. A few opportunities with the ball played to him, maybe with Varane, wasn't able to control it. A few touches here and there. Marcus Rashford as well, not really heavily involved. Garnacho on that left side had a lot of opportunities to drive and create, but maybe here and there giving away the ball or getting challenged by Luke Ayling. He really only got the best of him, I'd say, once or twice in the game thus far. And the midfield battle is hit and miss. I think Sabitzer's has some good moments, but Bruno Fernandes not at his best either, kind of giving away the ball here, quality-wise here and there. The ball retention just hasn't been great in the middle of the park. And defensively, we've been bailed out as well. Lisandro Martinez bailing us out a lot. I think it's time you did a poll. Well, let's see. Let's get a poll up and running, ladies and gentlemen. Good idea, Super Nick. Good idea indeed. Okay. Guess the result in the after. Guess the results now that we're heading into this. So, Man United win. Leeds United win or a draw. Let's ask the community. Be sure to get voting in that poll, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think it's going to be a United win, a Leeds win, or a draw come the end of the game? Shout out to everybody. We got 2 votes already with 50%. 1 vote on United win and 1 vote on a United draw. So a little lack of confidence. Of course, we do have non-Manchester United fans in here. So shout out to you guys inside. Got Moss inside. And also anybody else that may be here. But it's mostly Manchester United fans in the cut. So, we're looking at, and Super Nick saying get your votes in. But yeah, we're looking at the goal again. What a strike by Nonto. You can't take that away. But literally, Leeds' press. They caught Bruno Fernandes, who had his back. He was facing our goal. So that's always dangerous, especially if you can't check over your shoulder or if the communication isn't what it needs to be. But Manchester United have had their chances. Garnacho going through on goal, getting past the keeper, sitting down Ayling, and then his shot was cleared off the line by Max Webber. That was probably one of the best chances of the game. Marcel Sabitzer as well, when you look at his opportunity inside the area on the half volley. I think we're going to see it now, where he just ends up slicing the ball over the bar. That was a difficult one. Sabitzer also, his shot from outside the box that he kind of checks onto his left foot and tries to curl that one into the top corner of Meslier's goal, but it's a good save by the goalkeeper. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this stream, you want to see more in the future, be sure to drop a like on the video first and foremost. Subscribe if you're new to CM22ENT for a lot of different content coming along the way. And also subscribe to the second channel, CM22, link in the description, for NBA basketball watch-alongs, wrestling chillathons as well, and just other football games other than Manchester United. And on Friday, I will announce now that on Friday, there will be a new show starting, which is going to be a weekly show on this channel. And it's called CM's United Report, hosted by myself, speaking about all of the Manchester United news and kind of wrapping up the most important or interesting news stories of the week. So you can see the no Kane for United as one of the topics that we're speaking about here. We're going to speak about City's FFP breach and other stuff like that. The news that's come out today regarding a new bidder potentially as the Manchester United ownership situation just continues to ramp up and up and up. So be sure to catch me on Friday at 2 p.m. UK time. Moss saying 1-1 in the game with PSG now. NBA skills should be coming soon enough. Super Bowl Sunday as well. Awards tomorrow night. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It is busy when it comes to the American sports now. The NBA season, of course, ongoing. Super Bowl weekend incoming as well. A lot of sports to be watching at this time. So it's a good time for a sports fan. It's a good time for a sports fan. I'm not going to lie, but any predictions going into the second half, ladies and gentlemen? We have a poll up there, so be sure to vote in that poll. Tell me what you think about the game and how it's going to go in the second half. We've got 4 votes now. We're saying 50% on a United win, 25% spread out between a Leeds win and a draw between both teams. Butcher doing some butchering, quality, yeah, 100%. Like what we said. He's potentially been our man of the match in the game so far, and there haven't been a lot of good performances in the game, I would say at least. But, Lisandro Martinez has kept us in the game at times with his defensive work. Rashford Sancho comes on as and ties it up, saying Moss. Well, that's an interesting one to see what Erik ten Hag will do. I'm sure we're not too far away from seeing the decisions potentially made by Erik ten Hag. And he's got a big decision to make at the half now. Do you make a substitution at the start, or do you leave the guys out there to potentially try and redeem themselves and get that equalizing goal? And then as the game progresses, legs get even more tired. Then you make the changes to exploit that on the other side. Super Nick saying the halftime show is always fun with the Super Bowl. Yes, indeed. But, we won't be long away now until the restart of the game. Let's see, 5 minutes past 9 in the UK. Always my kind of guy. That Lisandro, Ajax Argentinian. Stakes for the Butcheroni. World Cup champion, of course, with Argentina. What a World Cup that was, by the way. World Cup 2022, Winter World Cup. It was an unusual one, but it ended up, in my opinion, being an all-time classic. And, if you guys saw in the week, I kind of put out an article on my website. Go and check it out, by the way. I should link it. I will link it. I'll find it and I'll slap a link to it so you guys can read it. But I kind of put out an article saying how, this World Cup has a lot of correlations, to me at least, with the 2010 World Cup and how it kind of brought me back into football when, even though they were slightly different at times, this one, I was kind of getting exhausted of the game, potentially kind of thinking about moving away from it for a little bit and taking a break. But it has a correlation where it's kind of dragged me back in and made me a lot more enthusiastic when it comes to, not just watching football, but doing content and keeping up with it and motivating me to do more. Super Nick's asking Moss for any FPL tips. going into game week 23. Let me drop a link to the article in the chat if anybody wants to read it. There you go. Just copy the link, have it open on a tab. And a watch along will be resuming real soon. Well, we're still watching along. We're just waiting for the game to restart. We're seeing the pitch now. It's the first time Leeds have led at half time. Let's switch over to this real quick. It is the first time since Leeds have led at half time in the league game at Old Trafford since August 1991. Well. What a stat that is, ladies and gents. What a stat. Will that lead stay for long? That is the question. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It's actually always interesting to see some reaction from the fans. See what people are saying. Maybe some stats along the way that we can pick up and see. Ooh. Manchester United have lost all 4 of their Premier League games when they have been behind at halftime this season. Now, this is coming from Squawker Live. So it looks legit. But that is an interesting stat. Manchester have lost all 4 of their Premier League games when they have been behind. What do you guys think about that in the comments? Manchester United, but shout out to JB fam. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. I appreciate you coming by every time. Man said Joe Biden's time traveling. Wow. Hope you're doing well. Back to struggling against average clubs. Well, look, to be fair, I know there'll be a lot of banter reaction to this game, to this result thus far. You know, it was a poor start from us. We have to own up to that, but we can still turn it around in the game. We haven't been as good as we possibly can be. And this, once again, is just an example of how, you know, Manchester United, you have a couple players out, and all of a sudden, the performance just changes. The performance changes completely. So, you know, this is the thing. I'm not going to be mad at the situation. I know a lot of Manchester United fans, as the second half is about to begin, I'm not going to be fully mad about the situation because in the end of the day, still a long way to go for Manchester United. There's been a lot of chatter regarding a title charge or something like that. And I've always stayed firm in my opinion that I'm not going to engage in any of those talks as the second half begins because we have to remember where we were last season, where we have been for a long time now. We've got an ownership situation ongoing that is yet to be resolved, and in my opinion is far to being resolved. If you hear some of the talks, potentially with it now possibly being concluded in the summer. So there's a long way to go with Ten Hag, with the players that we have, and potentially the players that may leave, potentially players that may come in. So, yeah, it's one of them ones. But big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming by the stream. And same to everybody else. Big ups to Moss for joining the community Discord as well. Be sure to click the link in the description or the one that pops up in the chat. You know, reveal the weekly schedule, all of that stuff there. So, big ups to Moss for coming through. And welcome to the 22s. You lot were talking about your strength this season. You're getting wiped by 13th place Leeds. Hey, listen, you lot is not me, my friend. I don't think you've seen any of my content this season, at least, or anything that I've said on other channels. But I'm definitely not the person that has been speaking about Manchester United having strength in depth. So yeah, you might want to run with that agenda elsewhere. You know them ones there. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Nick saying, watch things change. They won't win. I got rid of him and now considering dumping KDB, saying Super Nick talking FPL again. Leeds United have a corner kick now. Nonto puts it in. Punched out, but De Gea, danger! Aiden almost ran onto it. Here come Leeds again. Nonto. Somerville across the area. 2-0. Leeds United have a 2-goal lead at Old Trafford. And my goodness, they may be a step closer to getting their first victory against Manchester United since 2002. That seemed like an own goal. But Manchester United just creating their own problems yet again. Look at this, Garnacho giving the ball away and just going at it, but Leeds are just fighting for every 50-50. Manchester United have been second best all night, and it's a Rafa Varane own goal. It is an unlucky one by Rafa Varane. As we look at it again, it is absolutely poor by Manchester United. Just giving the ball away, not fighting for it, not getting close enough to the runners, and Somerville put the ball in, bounces off Rafa Varane, and David De Gea left his front post exposed. And you can see Michael Skubala just celebrating with the rest of those Leeds United coaches. Of course, they sacked their former manager now, Jesse March, and they could possibly on their way to a massive victory in the league away from home against Manchester United. Yeah, Joe Biden's time traveling is loving this. Man saying, game done, people. We shall see. We shall see once again. No chance they're putting 2 more passes. Wow. But yeah, once again, caught. And I see people online saying, no Casemiro, no party. Once again, Nonto, a key part of that goal, giving the ball to Somerville in the lead up to the goal. ETH didn't make the necessary changes, and we are now two down. We need to make changes. Kendall coming in saying people are saying United are in a title race, bro. Kiss my teeth. Yeah, Kendall, man. That's why all of that chat, it just needs to calm. That kalama. You need to pick it back down a bit. But nonetheless, whether we're in a title race or not, a game like this, a performance like this at home, unfortunately, it's not good enough. Manchester United have caught, they've created their own issues and they've been caught out. They've been punished. Credit to Leeds United. We've been up against teams in recent times where we've given away the ball, we've been counter-attacked, but we've got away with it. Today, that is not the case. And Leeds United have scored the goals. And now Manchester United's job is it's that much more difficult to get back into the game. Now, if you do get a goal early on, maybe the crowd can get a bit of momentum going. But for now, it's looking bleak. Boss are going to have some fun next week saying Joe Biden's time traveling. Can I ask what team you support, my friend? Nonto is a handful. The Italian Black Stallion, so good. You know what? So first time I've watched Nonto live in a game, and he has been a problem on that left hand side for Leeds. Thought United wanted to pass City. She's soon. Well, yeah, that is the interesting thing that was people were kind of speaking about in regards to that. Because if Manchester United were to get the victory today, they would have gone level with Manchester City. Obviously, their goal difference is so much more superior. But right now, it looks like their goal difference is going to be minus by 2. Goals from Willy Nonto and a Rafael Varane OG. My word. My word. Super Dick say that's and now there's a bit of confrontation. Luke Shaw and Weston McKennie in there. Referee trying to get a bit of control. Linesman stepping onto the pitch. Weston McKennie gets booked by Simon Hooper. And he's having some words with Luke Shaw now. It was original foul on Fred. And I think, Fred kicked the ball against McKennie in the end because he was frustrated with the American just blocking the path for them to take a quick free kick. It's Sabitzer trying to play it around the corner, gives the ball away. It's a poor one. And now Leeds United again. Here's Patrick Bamford. Just plays it to Nonto. Up against Diogo Dalot. Harrison running beyond. Great challenge by Lisandro Martinez on the block. Yeah, I knew it. You're an Arsenal fan. Hey, I knew it. Listen, fair play to you. Fair play to you, my friend. Fair play to you. Top, and it feels so good. As Marcus Rashford takes the strike, it goes out for a goal kick. You do not watch it on Sunday. Take a day. Nah, I'll be back on Sunday, man. I'll be back on Sunday. I'll think about it, actually. I'll think about it. But I should be back on Sunday for another Leeds watch along. I might ask the guys in the Discord in the end of the day if you want or if you don't want. But ladies and gentlemen, be sure to hit a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're enjoying the content, share to your friends and frenemies. We've got the United Twins reaction also coming a little after this game in a couple days' time, where me and my twin bro, Cappy, are going to be speaking about the game and what happened and whether Manchester United could be able to find their way back into it. Right now, it's not looking like that will be the case. Harrison stuffed by the butcher. You never know. Could be doing an NBA one. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, also, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to sub to the second channel. Link in the description, link in the chat as well. We're doing a lot of different watch-alongs that we have been doing already. NBA Chillathon coming on Friday. New York Knicks at Philadelphia 76ers. We've got an Elimination Chamber watch-along as well on the 19th of February. WWE fans, wrestling fans alike. We'll have other football games other than Manchester United doing watch-alongs to that too. Potentially some other Premier League games and other leagues as well. So, especially when the time comes and maybe when the Man United schedule goes down a little bit, then we can go ahead and do a Mazzoline. Junior Firpo brings down Alejandro Garnacho, gives away a free kick. And he's asking Simon Hooper like what's going on, but he definitely dragged his arm. A shame you win a Carabao or whatever. It's good these days. That's about it, lads. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Joe? Yeah, I went into this season and I would have just been happy seeing development from the team getting better week in, week out and having a bit of organisation. So the fact we're in a cup final and have an opportunity to potentially win a trophy, that is a plus for me. And of course you want to win it. Yeah, we potentially could get top 4 depending on how this season goes. I can acknowledge that that is going to be extremely difficult with the run of games that we have. Europe returning, FA Cup still in that, Carabao Cup concluding, so you don't really need to factor that in. And the injuries that we're picking up as well, it's not going to be exactly reliable. Thoughts on LeBron breaking a record and stuff. Well, yeah, you know what? I know they lost and they won't be happy about that. The Lakers fans, and I saw a lot of them unhappy too. But yeah, it's one of them ones where it was a great moment for him, a great moment for his family, a great moment for the NBA, and look, credit to LeBron James. That's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. I know a lot of people would differ with Michael Jordan, some others, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who he passed up in the all-time scoring list. But just because of when I started watching basketball and the stuff I've seen in terms of research and other stuff like that. But substitutions being made for Manchester United. We're seeing Wout Weghorst come off. And I will confirm the other 2 as well. So, yep, Jadon Sancho coming on for Wout Weghorst. We'll probably see now Marcus Rashford go down the middle. Sancho. Oh, no. There's going to be a complete switch up. So, Facundo Pellistri is coming on now for Alejandro Garnacho. So, Facundo will be on the right, Sancho on the left, and Marcus Rashford down the middle. Some interesting changes there by Erik ten Hag. Attacking changes at that. So once again, Wout Weghorst coming off for Jadon Sancho and Alejandro Garnacho coming off for Facundo Pellistri, who I believe is making his Premier League debut for Manchester United. Here's Fred. Nice little move there, but a poor pass by Fred. Passing it behind the Pellistri, who was running forward. See at the trophy parade. United looks so bad without Casemiro. Plus, we need someone like him in the summer. Squad depth. I agree with you. I agree with you that. Well, I agree with you there, Kendall. I think he has been a miss in the midfield today in terms of the calmness, his ability to win back the ball and be in the right positions. I do think we should be a lot better in this game, though. But trust me, the depth in many positions and quality, not just depth for having numbers, the quality in numbers as well. I was running Bance's jokes. Carabao Cup. May need come back to London for the end of the season and parade. Wonder who win FA Cup trophy this year. Maybe Red Devils. Cappy was Abdul-Jabbar's name around Lakers too. Watch Newcastle. Yeah, I'm not even reading that one, Joe. I captained the Rash, but too many peeps triple captain him, so I'm unsure if I want a Rash goal. Fulham Kazawa goal 3-1. They want the cup. It's not a good time to back and forth with you. Oh man, just reading some comments, ladies and gents, and Sabitzer just misplacing a pass there as we were further forward. And it went out for a throw-in for Leeds United. We're now 61 minutes into the game. Erik ten Hag's made 2 substitutions up to this point. Malalin Skinio in the cut. Hope you didn't want your days been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. This is not it, but at least this is still top 4. Hey, it's not it, man. It's not it, man. I could go to this generation. Lin Skinio gracing us with an appearance here on YouTube. But yeah, it hasn't been a good performance thus far. And it started all from that first minute goal. It seemed like at time Manchester United, even though they've had a lot of possession, they've struggled to really put things together going forwards and having that control in the midfield. Yes, we've had possession, but we've given away the ball a lot, which is not good if you do want sustainable control in games. Rashford, 1-2-1. Just when I speak about that, Marcus Rashford gets his goal, crossed into the box, header into the corner of the net. 2-1, and the game is back on, and guess who gets the assist? Facundo Pellistri. Good cross in the net. Nice header. Or was it Diogo Dalot who got the assist? Yeah, it was Dalot who crossed it in the end. Really good ball in by the right back. My bad. And it was Marcus Rashford just heading the ball. Meslier had no chance. Manchester United back into the game. Really good header by Marcus Rashford. 2-1. And now Leeds United are making some substitutions. It looks like they'll be making a triple substitution. And we'll get to that in a second. Hear me out, Rashford works as a number 9. Shout out to Kang. Hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. Big up yourself. So we have some substitutions here. We've had Patrick Bamford coming off for Jorginho Rutter and Jack Harrison off for Brendan Aronson. So a couple of substitutions there for Leeds United. 2-2 next, possibly Saininsky. Nice header from, nice cross from Dalot. And a good header by Marcus Rashford. And shout out to Moss, as always, supporting and saying to everybody in the chat, be sure to hit a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Share to your friends and frenemies. A lot of watch-alongs coming with all of the Manchester United games this month, next month, and onwards. That Barcelona game is going to be interesting. I'm telling you. I'm looking forward to it. But for now, we face Leeds tonight and again on Sunday. So we shall see what goes on. Leeds United have a free kick in a good position now. And a few players are conversing, standing over the ball. David De Gea setting up his wall. Joe saying 2-1, remember what I said. I was about to say, how did you know it's me? But I don't change how I type. Hey, I clocked it, man. Free kick by Aronson off the post. It looked like it came off the post and just bounced away from David De Gea. Here comes Leeds again. Aronson gives it to Ayling. And he wins a corner for Leeds United. And he's saying Mbappe and the undeniable. Guys, let's go. Can we do a 3-2? Well, that would be an extraordinary turnaround, Eddie. That would be an extraordinary turnaround, but still a lot of work to be done to get that result going. Hopefully we can, but we shall see. When he's a left wing, he still plays high for a 9 for those counters. He can definitely do it. Definitely can, definitely. David De Gea tried to take the goal kick quickly and ended up giving the ball straight back to Leeds. Maybe just needed a bit of patience. I know the crowd wanted that, but we win back the ball again. Here's Luke Shaw trying to play Marcus Rashford. Gives it away yet again. McKinney almost passing it back to Luke Shaw. Here's Adams. Back to Weston McKinney. Nonto's running forward. Aronson giving it to him now. Nonto playing it into the box. Headed away by Sabitzer. Nice dummy by Bruno Fernandes. And Jadon Sancho goes down. No foul yet. Simon Hooper says no. Sancho getting up now. Ayling. A lot of space to strike. Over the bar. Got Sunderland was still a thing saying Linsky, man. Remember all of those years back when we had those teams in the Premier League, the likes of Blackpool, Blackburn Rovers, Sunderland, so many different teams that have not been in the Premier League for years now. QPR, Queen's Park Rangers. A lot of United fans are salty about them due to that Aguero moment and everything that transpired in that game. It's a bit of a sticky one still. But I'm not going to say too much. No shameless. If it weren't for Paddy's in the phone, I would have forgotten about them. Chris Armas and the coaching staff just trying to work something out now. And Simon Hooper's having a word with Illan Meslier. We can have Vegas on the bench here. You know, the time he comes off is the time that Manchester United were able to deliver a good ball into the area. It's just a little unlucky that. It's the way the game goes. You won't always get your opportunities. So when you do, you have to take them. Here's De Gea. Lisandro Martinez. Just inviting Leeds to come forward so that they can play around them or play through them potentially. Leeds have done a good job in this game, putting Manchester United under pressure. Here's Bruno Fernandes trying to play Marcus Rashford, but once again just cut out well, and Manchester United win back the ball. Here's Jadon Sancho into Marcus Rashford in the box now. Gets past one into the area. Bruno Fernandes, wonderful block again. Here's the low, blocked once more. Jadon Sancho can get it and wins a throw-in. My word. Bodies are flying. Bruno Fernandes is not quite crying, but he's trying. Great block by Aronson. Rashford goes down in the box. Simon Hooper wants to hear none of it. He's asking for it. The United crowd are roaring. I didn't quite see what happened. Let's see. He's signalled for the throw-in, so I'm sure that's not a penalty. A little bump by Ayling. Maybe he goes down a little too easy. I don't know. But here they come again. Here's Luke Shaw. Into Jadon Sancho. Back into Luke Shaw. Chance for United. Sancho! 2-2! Jadon Sancho is back within the goals for Manchester United. And the game is level. Illan Meslier should have done much better with that opportunity. But that doesn't matter to all Manchester United fans, especially those at Old Trafford. The game is back level with 20 minutes to go in the game. 2-2. Just look at it again. Luke Shaw, Sancho combining. Brilliant work by both of those guys on the left-hand side. And as Sancho strikes it, I'm not sure if it gets a deflection. We'll see it again here. Maybe Illan Meslier didn't see the ball because of the defenders in front of him, but the keeper should do a lot better. But like what we said, it doesn't matter. We're back level in the game, and now there's a real opportunity to get that winning goal, but we have to be wary of the threat that Leeds possess as well. What a game we have, and what a final 20 minutes of the game we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Just before Kendall said time is running out, we need a draw minimum. We may get more, but I'm not speaking too soon. Kang saying big up my golden boy. The Leeds keeper saying Kendall is a sticky one. Meslier has to do better there from a Leeds perspective. Shout out to Moss. Super saying he's back. We ain't losing a relegating club unlike first place team, saying Kang, hey yo, The confidence is back. The confidence is back. But what a game it's been so far. Just under 20 minutes to go in the game. Are there potentially more substitutions to be made for Manchester United? You can sense that the momentum for at least the last 10 minutes or so, especially since the substitution, has been moving in their direction. We scored the goal with Marcus Rashford. The crowd came alive again. They started to roar. They started to do what the Old Trafford crowd can always do on any given match day. And now it's about finding that extra. Finding that extra bit of drive, that hunger to be back in a winning position. But Fred gives it away for now. Here's Nonto. Haven't seen a lot of him recently in the game. But he can still pose a threat. Good defending by Diogo Dalot. And he's able to find Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play in Marcus Rashford down the line. Cleared away. Throw in United. Both coaches watching on. Eagerly. Hoping that their team can make a change as Luke Shaw played it towards Sancho. Just wasn't able to find him, a little ahead of him for now. Still in possession with Manchester United. Here's Rafa Varane. Into Marcel Sabitzer. Gives it to Jadon Sancho. Corner kick, Manchester United. Bruno running out to that corner kick. Perhaps we've got Adams down for Leeds United, holding the groin area. Potentially could hold up the play a little bit if he needs some treatment. The referee, Simon Hooper, just checking on him as he gets back to his feet and gingerly walks towards the area. Bruno Fernandes waits for the whistle and he gets it. 5 corners each for both sides. Bruno into the area, headed away that time. Fred heading it back towards the low, boots it into the air. Varane was running from an offside position and Illan Meslier is able to handle it that time. What a night to be at OT, I can only imagine. Well, Super Nick, well. What a game indeed. What a game indeed thus far. Get it where it started post. Gonna be put on pause for today, fam. No cap. Here's Aiden with the early cross forward. It was blocked that time. And Fred just doing a brilliant job there, but United just not able. A couple guys stretching, not able to control the ball fully. Here's Weston McKennie. Gives it to Firpo. Now Nonto. Back to McKennie trying to flick it. The low gives it away to Tyler Adams. And he gives it away too. A bit of back and forth to you, to me. Here he is again. And Marcus Rashford wins back the ball. And now he can run beyond. Junior Firpo drags him down. And Hooper's got his yellow card out. The Manchester United players are asking for a red potentially. But there was another player to the right of him. There was another player to the right of him. I don't think it was a clear and obvious goal scoring opportunity or he was through on goal. There was another defender there to cover. So it is a yellow card, in my opinion. It's a clear chance. They're playing wrestling, saying Kang. Hey, Linsky saying bring on Maguire. Super Nick saying now what is this? Free kick United nonetheless. Junior Firpo enters the referee's book. It is a good tactical foul, I'm not going to lie. Bruno Fernandes puts the ball into the area. Headed away that time by Weston McKennie. Bruno Fernandes has it again on the right side of the box. Puts it in. Varane! What a save by Ilan Meslier! Tips it over the bar. Rafa Varane had a golden opportunity to put Manchester United in the lead. Corner kick. Man said they need the Furigon to put them to win this. And Harry will do that. Played short by Bruno. Bounced back into him by Sancho. Headed away that time. Delo plays it into Jadon Sancho. Clips it towards Facundo Pellistri. It was a good idea. Really good idea. Just a little too high. Seeing that Varane chance again. He does head it to a central area where Meslier can react and tip it over the bar. But nonetheless, it was a good save by the goalkeeper. Here's Luke Shaw trying to play in Rashford. Just a wonderful challenge to prevent that ball going through. Here's Rafa Varane. The crowd are a lot more louder. Less than 15 minutes to go in the game. Manchester United 2, Leeds United 2. Both sides will be facing off once again on Sunday. Fred gives it away to Nonto. Almost won it back there, but here come Leeds United. And a free kick is given away by Sabitzer. Poor pass by Fred, originally to give the ball away in the midfield. And Sabitzer has to commit that foul there on Willy Nonto. Just another lapse in concentration by the Brazilian. And Terrell Malacias about to come on now for Manchester United. Free kick now for Leeds. United playing a high line. Whip towards the back post. Warburg heads it forward. And it's cleared away. And completed by Marcus Rashford for now. Tyler Adams tries to get a foot on it. Misses it first time. And gets the header the second. But United back in possession. Played forward by Bruno Fernandes. Headed away by Robin. You know the rest. Here's Jadon Sancho. Ayling tries to get a foot in. So now Sancho has a bit of an advantage, but it's good defending. He makes his way back. Eventually, Bruno Fernandes with the strike. Over the bar. Just found a bit of space there to get the shot on with his left foot. And gets it wrong. Also, Victor Lindelof coming on for Manchester United. So, Diogo Dalot coming off for Terrell Malacia. And Marcel Sabitzer is coming off for Victor Lindelof. So, let me know what you think about those substitutions, ladies and gentlemen. Diogo Dalot coming off for Terrell Malacia. And Victor Lindelof coming on for Marcel Sabitzer. And I will be paying attention to Lindelof because it was brought to my attention that he has been playing a bit of CDM this season. And it looks like he's going to be adopting that midfield position once again. as we already do have the guys, and Tyrone Malacia will pick up that right back position, which he has played a couple times this season also. Victor Lindelof just picking up that deep line CDM role. I think it was against Nottingham Forest, if I'm correct, where he played it when he came on in that game. Here's Somerville. Into Ailing. McKinney bounces it back to Clesencio. Somerville. Nice little play here by these, keeping it in the corner. But a poor touch by McKinney. And he puts it out for a goal kick. He's frustrated with himself. And he's just trying to waste a bit of time there. It is still early, a lot of time to go. And you would imagine with a few stoppages in the second half that there will be a good chunk of added time. Weston McKinney with a poor pass once again. Rafa Varane receiving a ball by from Malacia. Here's Palestri. Good hold up play there from the challenges. And that was a strange one there by Malacia, just letting the ball go out for a throw-in. Potentially asking for a free kick, but nothing in that one. Kang said, I think there are at least 5 haters of United on the pitch alone. Here's Martinez receiving it from David De Gea. United will build it back up again. 84 minutes on the clock now. Malacia playing it inside to Rashford, just behind him, and he gives it away. And also Leeds, Aronson, just trying to play Nonto forward, but playing it out for a throw into the opposition. Is Jadon Sancho taking on Somerville and Luke Ayling. Does well to give it to Luke Shaw. A couple Lukes in the cut. Here's Lindelof now. Receiving it back from Sancho, and a nice combination play here and there. Martinez giving it to Rafa Varane. A couple calls for him to shoot, but he opts to give it to Malacia on the right wing. Varane playing it across the area again, headed away by Ayling once more. But this will be Manchester United, I predict, from now until the end of the game. Pulled ball in by Luke Shaw, and Bruno Fernandes had a heading opportunity. Just not able to guide it towards goal. We'll look at that again. He just glances his header. Gets a good connection on it, to be fair. Just can't direct it into the corner of the goal. Kendall saying in reality we're in second place because the team above us in blue don't exist. Hey, it's a mad thing. Listen, I'm going to speak a bit about this on my show on Friday, CM's United Report. I am going to speak a little bit about it and I gather some, opinions and conversations on it, because that is really an interesting topic that has broken at the start of the week. So be there on Friday at 2 p.m. if you are available. But it's a mad one still. Bruno Fernandes is down to the ground, and I believe Simon Hooper has given a free kick. Bruno back on his feet, limping a little bit. But Leeds United were playing with fire a little bit. I said this junior guy is leading the haters FC, man, saying Kang. He has committed a few fouls today, a few conversations with the referee also. But is there another chance for United? Bruno Fernandes to take. Takes it low! And Marcus Rashford was there. The The right person was there, but it just goes straight into the hands of Meslier. Oh my. Seeing it again. Marcus Rashford just doesn't get the right contact. There may be a defender that got the... Oh, that is great defending. Was that Weston McKennie who got a stud on the ball before Marcus Rashford could get any contact? Wow. What a challenge. What a challenge. Is Malacia playing it to Lisandro Martinez now. Fred giving the ball away once more. He's done that time and time again. It hasn't been a great performance in the middle of the park. Is Marcus Rashford winning back the ball, going down. Simon Hooper says no. Fred again giving it to Luke Ayling. You can hear the frustration that time with the misplaced pass. Lisandro Martinez cuts out the through ball by Luke Ayling. And here come United again. It's a back and forth affair. Jadon Sancho getting past Ayling. A bit of space to cross it in towards Fred. Blocked. Doesn't get the contact at all that was needed. Fred with a good opportunity to run onto the board and strike it. But he just didn't get the connection needed. The power needed. The direction needed to get it towards goal. And it was eventually an easy block. You know, no, shooting's not exactly Fred's forte, as Moss is saying in the chat. Leeds United here to make a couple more substitutions now. So we're having Weston McKennie coming off for Sam Greenwood and Wilfred Nonto departing for Mateo Fernandes. They call him Joseph around these parts. Mateo Joseph. And now we've been given the added time. It is 5 minutes of added time, ladies and gentlemen, to find a winner. What a game it has been so far. More saying 5 minutes more scary. Hours saying Super Nick. Here's Rashford. Bit of quick feet bouncing it out to Fred. Now Bruno Fernandes. A bit of time to turn and over to Facundo Pellistri. Fred again. Malacia trying to cross it in. It gets blocked. Martinez spreading it out to Jadon Sancho. Now Rashford turns on the ball. A lot of players swarming. Still there. Fred with the shot. And Meslier with the easy save there. He anticipated where the shot was going. And that's a good easy catch there by the goalkeeper. Fred just trying to curl it. But he didn't get the power once again on it. To test. Fred is one back support, but hopefully tonight's performance don't happen again, saying Kendall. Yeah, you know, it hasn't been a good, but it hasn't been only him. You know, that's the most important thing. It hasn't been only him. It hasn't been a good performance from, you know, a few of the players today. They haven't had their best moments. Fred, especially today, not great at all in that position. And I know a lot of people after the game will be speaking about, hey, this is why, Casemiro is a big miss and we needed to buy some depth, which is true. It's just true in the end of the day. We need more quality depth, but that's not the case right now. We need the players that are here to step up. Unfortunately, for a lot of the first part, that wasn't the case. Here's Jadon Sancho now in the box though. In the area! Bruno Fernandes shot blocked. Fred again. Slices at the shot. Goal kick. And Fred is just frustrated with himself. He needs to pick himself up again. Head down, swaying from side to side. We need somebody to tell him, lift your head up and go for the next one. Sancho has threatened since coming on. Kangan and everybody else in the chat, let me know what you think about his performance. Obviously got his goal. The equaliser for Manchester United. Great challenge there by Malacia. Junior Firpo plays it forward. Rota fighting for the ball and winning a throw-in for his side. We're now 3 minutes into the 5 added on. There's not a lot of time left for either side to have one more decisive moment. Leeds will probably try and hold on to the ball. Run down the clock. And settle for the point. Having been in a wonderful position to win the game after going 2-0 up. They may be slightly disappointed with the end result. But they probably would have also taken a draw before this game started. His pace and movement and ability to find space has been great. A rejuvenated Sancho saying Super Nick, and long may that continue. Casemiro plus new signing plus Fred equals good depth. 100% Kendall. 100%. Almost 4.5 minutes into added time. Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho take it down easily. Sancho receiving it from Bruno. Back into Bruno Fernandes. Ball in the area. Oh! Just gets past Rashford. 20 seconds to go. Malacia clips it towards the back post. Bruno Fernandes there. Meslier catches the ball. And that should be that. That should be that. And the referee blows the whistle. Manchester United drop points at home. The unbeaten record at home continues, but you can't be happy with a result like that. You can praise the character of the team for getting back into the game for sure. That is what I will praise. The second half character and performance to get back into the game after going 2-0 down. And let's remember, we conceded a goal just after the half restarted. But, I know a lot of Manchester United fans who will be disappointed with the result. And I'm sure Erik ten Hag will be disappointed, especially with the start of the game, how we conceded early on through Nonto. And then it was a frustrating first half. Had some chances, went at Leeds, but it just didn't materialize and turn into a goal. We went 2-0 down at the start of the second half, Varane OG, and it looked like it was more of the same, something where we was going to go on to lose, but we ended up making those substitutions. Rashford gets the goal back. Jadon Sancho gets the equaliser. Good to see him on the score sheet. His first goal back since actually coming back from that training regime and trip and all of that stuff there. So there are some positives in this game. There are also some negatives. But yeah, it's one of them. A few players saying, well, go on to Chris Armas, who they worked with for a few months. Also under Ralph Rangnick. Let's see what everybody in the chat is saying. Big up to Leeds United. Hope you're doing well. Big days been blessed. I appreciate you coming by each and every time. Saying, yeah, you wanted his 3 points. Reedus wants his 3 points in the end of the day. Big up yourself. Same feeling, Reedus, coming from Kang as well. We're seeing a bit of disappointment from everybody in the chat. Same with Super Nick. Chance after chance saying Kendall, but just wasn't able to find that final goal. I mean, we look at some of the chances we had. Raphael Varane had a really good headed opportunity straight at Meslier, and he tipped it over the bar. Marcus Rashford, if it wasn't for the studs of Weston McKennie, could have had a really good opportunity to score. So that was good defending on the Americans' part. Just a good result for Leeds United. And for Man United, it's back to the drawing board. We're facing them at Ellen Road on Sunday. So we're going to have to rectify this game and this whole performance. The start of the game especially. Because the start of the performance, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Can't say that, it's Jesse Bars. Draw, man. I should have bet. Had goal scorers and result correct, saying Moss. Happy with the fight back, we move, saying man. Definitely happy with the fight back. And that is something we have seen from Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. They do have the ability to reset, regroup, and get back into the game. But it's just that start. If we don't start the game as bad, then potentially we're picking up 3 points again. Conceding that goal early on, it was a really good strike. I would say a really good strike. But giving away the ball, just not doing what we're supposed to do, it's a difficult one. And yeah, Super Nick says the start of both halves was awful. And that is exactly that. Super Nick also saying boos ring out over OT. So I didn't exactly hear that, but that is interesting to hear. The home crowd booing, potentially not happy with what they saw. But I would understand the performance in the first half. Second half, they redeemed themselves somewhat, even though they started the second half poorly too. But yeah, a lot of things to work on in the training pitch from now till Sunday. A lot of things to work on, and that is an interesting one. Yeah, and Super Nick, I think that'll be the evaluation of a lot of people. Too many missed chances. We had a lot of opportunities to get forward, to score those goals, or whether it is the wrong final pass or giving the ball away in the midfield or just not getting the finishing touches correct. It wasn't to be today, and it hurts. It hurts a little bit, definitely, but hopefully we can get back to winning ways on Sunday. And it will be another difficult game at Ellen Road. The crowd will be up for it. Yes, they will. But this is what we signed up for in the end of the day. Manchester United have work to do. We can look at the Premier League table right now, which we will for a split second. So let's go over to the desktop view. Shout out to Super Nick for the comment once again. Hold on a second. Let me sort this out real quick. Get rid of the commentio. There we go. Ooh. Popping on and off there. But yeah, looking at the Premier League table. Hopefully you guys can see it good. Let me just zoom it up. Zoom it up a little bit. Get rid of that. So you can see Manchester United now on 43 points. So they were able to get the draw. With 2 points off Manchester City. They have a game in hand. Arsenal have a couple games in hand as well. And you can see below us, Newcastle United in 4th. They're on 40 points and they have 22 goal difference. All of those top 4 sides with superior goal difference to Manchester United's 8. We were able to get that back. Originally, it was 6 when we conceded the 2 goals. But yeah, a lot of work to be done. And Manchester United, we have a busy schedule on the way. We look at our fixtures. Leeds United on Sunday, and then we turn our attentions back to Europa League on Thursday, the 16th of February, facing Barcelona at 5:45. Those 5:45 games are crazy. Leicester City, Barcelona once again in the second leg of that, qualifying round to get to the official knockouts. And then I believe this is the day of the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle to end February. So it's a busy period and Manchester United are going to need everybody they can get. We'll get Casemiro back, I believe, for the Barcelona game. for this Barcelona game, but he won't be in the Leicester game. So we'll have him for the both Barcelona games. And then the cup final, which is crucial. It's a good thing he didn't get his red card anytime before that. Otherwise, it would have been a crying moment with it if he was to miss the cup final. Big up to Man, saying big up to everybody. Big up to Eddie as well. Would come back, but we need to sort our midfield. Can't wait for Casemiro to return, saying Eddie. Is exactly what everybody else is saying in the chat too. Overall, disappointing result. We go again for Sunday. Thank you to everybody that has been here over the course of the stream. Super Nick, Eddie, Manj, Kang, Reedus who came in here as well. Linsky in the cut as well. We had Joe, we had Moss. Just big ups to everybody who showed some love. Paxton as well. Everybody who came through, showed some love to the stream. And I'm thinking about the United twins. Because what I might do, seeing as we're playing Leeds twice in a row, I might wait for Sunday's game to happen and then do a double roundup with Cappy instead of just doing the 2 league games in a row. Let me know what you think about that one in maybe in the comments or something like that. But I might do a double roundup. We'll see. We'll see, because I've got a busy rest of the week. But we will see. I might very well end up just doing the same 2 reactions to the game at the same time. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to have a blessed night, maybe even morning, afternoon, or even depending on where you are over the world. Thank you for your support as always. Hope to see you on Friday. Got 2 different streams, so it'll be CM's United Report on at 2 p.m. UK time, speaking about all the news over the week for Manchester United and in and around. And then later on, we'll have an NBA Chillathon on the 2nd channel. Link in the description. New York Knicks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. So I hope I can see some of you there for that one too. And then on the weekend, we'll be back with the Leeds United Watchalong. So a lot of work. We got to continue. We got to keep on pushing. And hopefully, like what Super Nick says in the chat, we must turn this around for Sunday. Big up Kendall. Big up Super Nick. Big up everybody inside. I wish you a blessed night. A blessed night and a productive day tomorrow. See you lot. Sinner.